Raising a son without the benefit of a man living in the household is what I consider unfair parenting. But it happens, and it's so innocuous that most women don't realize they are perpetuating this. Here's an example of unfair parenting. The house is a mess. There's stuff everywhere. You tell your children that you expect the chores to be completed along with their homework by the time you get home from work. Your daughter's chore was to start dinner, and your son's chore was to take out the garbage. Neither chore is done when you arrive home from work, and each child has an excuse. You put your daughter on punishment, she's older, and you fuss at your son. Maurice, I told you to take out the garbage. End of fussing. Guess what? You did it. You loved your son and parented your daughter. They're both guilty of breaking the house rules, and both should be reprimanded equally. If you don't reprimand them equally, then the son eventually feels that your word has no consequences. He is not accountable, and he starts to take advantage of your lack of parenting for him. Often, we don't hold our sons accountable for their actions. We shield our sons from responsibility. We give excuses for why they don't follow through on behavior, completing chores, school, getting the job done, etc., etc., etc. But it's a ridiculous phrase to say boys will be boys. This phenomenon happens throughout the world in all families of all ethnicities, religions, and races. If you recognize yourself, then start to hold your son accountable and responsible for the things you expect him to do. There have to be consequences when he disobeys or breaks rules, whether in the house or at school. Yes, he's a boy, but boys will only continue to be boys when we allow that to happen and don't hold them accountable. Remember that he's your son, and he has got to be treated as a son, not the man in your life. So if he continues to live at home, then treat him as a son. He is not your ex-husband, so don't hold that against him. And allow him to grow up with boundaries and expectations. You'll be happy you did.